because it makes ooh. Uh, that's why I try not to look that way, but I have to look that way because I have to, ban her, make sure everything's up. Give me a second. Y'all don't mind if I hit the joint, do y'all? Let me put the banner up so y'all see. Give me a second. Talk amongst yourselves. But why we doing that? Let's get it to the T. We is here to talk strictly about Rihanna and her Super Bowl performance. Give me a second. Rihanna getting pregnant. That's who was that was what was her guest surprise. What's the one I'm looking for? What's the person that go on stage with you? Whatever the fuck performer. And not only that, but she also didn't get paid. That was supported by People's Magazine. We finna get into that. The City Girls is no longer a duo. They have pulled the City Girls clean out of their bio, both of them, both JC and Carisha. We finna talk about that. And we're gonna talk about Wendy Williams being seen spotted out in public, and not only being seen spotted out in public, but we're gonna do an update on her alimony case that she won. And a lot of people were saying in the streets that she may have done this on purpose to stage this. Give me a moment. I'll be right back. Okay, so let me go back. Okay, so back to what I said I was going to talk about. First, let's talk about Rihanna in the Super Bowl. Now, I didn't happen to see the Super Bowl, but I do. I'm trying to do this and do all this at the same time. Now, I'm doing like 18 things at one time. Now, I didn't happen to catch the Super Bowl on the kind of Super Bowl kind of fan. I don't really too much care about the show thing. The whole seeing all back and forth against the field. I care about I don't care less about the whole thing, the whole shebang, if you will. You can put the lid on it. I care less about the whole thing and the whole shebang about that anyway. Also, not only could I care less about it, and I also could care less about the fact that Rihanna was doing her farewell performance, and I don't think that y'all caught that, recognize that, or realize the fact that we are live from the basement. I mean, from the basement, live from the garage. But Rihanna is never going to perform again. This is so chill, Rogue. Not lobby. So, where I was gonna go to? Yes, we was talking about Rihanna and her. Let me pull it up. First thing, pull up the fact that she didn't get paid. Rihanna. Here you go. This is supported by People Magazine. Give me a second. Let me let it load. Y'all already be in the comment section talking about the Wi-Fi and all this stuff. Give me a second. Give me right here. Boom. Here you go, right here. It's loading. And I am gonna get a Wi-Fi box back here. Cause I gotta remember, we're still under 300 subscribers. This channel grew way too fast, way too quick, and way beyond my needs. And shout out to everybody who, like my cousin say, everybody don't see the live. Most people see the recorded. So shout out to everybody who's gonna watch this recordedly. Let me put my Cash App up so y'all can see that. Give me a second. Let me post it up and pull up. Cause it's still loaded. I don't know why it's taking so long. Here we go. Let me share the screen. Second. Here you go right here. People Magazine. Okay, there we go. And again, I'm going to look the opposite way because of the simple fact that I have to read it. I can't read it from here because it looks weird. and I don't have a lisp. I be talking like this because my mouth get wet because of the liquor. But anyway, however, Rihanna did not get paid. This is from People Magazine. I'm going to put my disclaimer up. Give me a second. Now I don't need to put it up because it's in the thing. Rihanna did not get paid for her jaw dropping. Let me change my color. Rihanna did not get paid for her jaw dropping Super Bowl halftime show. Here's why. Rihanna may have put in the work at the Super Bowl halftime show, but as I don't understand the whole Roman numerals thing, so don't judge me. But as is customary for the mid-game spectacle, she did so far free. Oh, she did so far free. Though the famed halftime show often attracts the biggest name in music, even from Beyonce to Bruce Springfield, she's graced the stage. There's actually no paycheck involved for the headlining act. We do not pay the artist. So you mean to tell me that Rihanna sat there for weeks? Hence why she ain't want nobody to get on stage to perform with it. Because if they did come on stage to perform with it, you had to pay them out of pocket. And the gag is that ain't Jay-Z and Beyonce in charge of the Super Bowl of the halftime performance? Aren't they the ones that booked the halftime performance? We need to start digging into who's actually performing at the halftime performance, seeing who's really being the ones being booked. Because when you start to think about it, they may be getting booked from a specific record label to book a specific agenda. Because we are all under the impression that once they leave said stage, you're going to go on tour. Beyonce went on tour after she hit the Super Bowl. Rihanna went on tour after she's about to go on tour after she goes to Super Bowl. But like I said, this is gonna be her last show. Bruno Mars went on tour after he hit the Super Bowl. But let's continue the show. An NFL spokesperson told Forbes in 2016 we cover expenses and production costs only. They're not trying to sit up here and pay the artists, pay the background dancers, pay artists. They only pay the lights, the stage, and a little bit of a piles of wood and a couple of steels and things like that. They ain't into all the show glitz and the glamour and things like that. They ain't into all that stuff. Let's keep going. Brian McCartney, the NFL's vice president of communications, confirmed to News Weekly that the league does not cover all costs associated with the show. And while artists do not receive and appreciate and receive an appearance fee, comma, they are paid union scale, which is the minimum wage guaranteed by union contract. So they do get a little something, get a little change on whatever hobby of or whatever the case may be. A little part. A little part. Excuse me. That the league does cover all the associated all does blah. The league does cover all the costs associated with the show, and while the artist is not receiving appearance fee, they may be paid a union fee. We just read that. For many, the exposure and the chance to perform before increasingly large crowds is well worth the journey. Last year's Super Bowl was watched by 112.3 million viewers. Compare that on a scale to WWE Friday Night SmackDown, which is aired on Fox, which is a national televised network all the way around. You don't need cable to get Fox. All you gotta do is plug the TV up. Most people ain't even using TV; they're using the Fire Stick. But I be able, let's get into the T. SmackDown is one of their highest rated show, and they only get 2 million viewers. I don't know if you heard me. They only get like 2 million viewers, according to the Nelson and streaming data from the NBC, and also one of the people who streamed Teddy Monday Night Raw. Y'all not love wrestling. I'm a big fan of wrestling. Let's get into it. And this year's matchup was poised to pull in even higher ratings in the Los Angeles Times reported. Artists often see a boost in sales reportedly after the show, as well as the chance to increase their social media following, which is something that we have already just talked about a couple seconds ago. If you just tuning in, we were talking about Rihanna. We were talking about how Jay-Z and Beyonce is the ones that is booking these artists. They're the ones that are in charge of the girls that go up on the stage for the Super Bowl, and they are the ones that are giving what needs to be given. And let's not forget that most of the people that perform for the Super Bowl ever since Beyonce and Jay-Z have been in charge have been people that have been signed pretty much to them. So they're, pretty much their bitches. It's pretty much doing their rounds for them. Pretty much. And Beyonce had to do it first, show the girls that I would never make you girls do anything that I wouldn't do myself because, I want you girls to know that you girls could do it too. Even though We seen what it was, and everybody keeps saying that the Rihanna show wasn't as great as people may make it seem to believe. Like I said, it wasn't even interesting for me to go even find somebody that had TV. And like I said, it was broadcasted on a network that didn't even need cable or nature or any other access. It was just a broadcasted on the network that you just needed power. You just needed Georgia power. Shouts the fuck out to all the people in Atlanta, Georgia. In a moment that's since gone viral, Rihanna has touched up her makeup using a compact. Now I did see that on Twitter. I did see her standing on stage with the people and not the people, the dancers, and she pulled out her fancy makeup line and she dab. She gave very much so bold ballroom girl, but Rihanna's always gay ballroom girl. Rihanna's always bit off the ballroom girl style. But I think that's pretty much what it's always gave. She's also topped off her beauty look with the new liquid lipstick she called MVP that launched online during halftime. Obvious, let's count obvious sticks and sticks and what the T is. Girl, if you're going to perform at the Super Bowl, you're going to be on TV. In the words of Tyler Perry, if you're going to be on TV, sell something. If you're going to be on TV, have something to sell. Okay. Let's continue on. They gave me 10 minutes worth of bullet points about how big the Super Bowl is, the number one show on Jupiter and Mars. So who the fuck broadcasted on Jupiter and Mars? Who the fuck got some remote control to broadcast it on Jupiter and Mars? What about the numbers on the Nielsen ratings and Saturn and all the other Timbuktus that may be living around the motherfucking world? It's number one with women. It's number one with people who don't brush their teeth. They're $1 billion transaction transacted. I remember them saying that he told the outlet in 2021, I have one question. What do you get paid to be part of the biggest show in history of the universe? What does the artist get? Earnings for the show for Bruce and the band. And the answer was, girl, zero. The answer was none. You get none. You get absolutely nothing. Woo, flips out. Rihanna really thought she was gonna really get up here and get her bag. She really thought she was gonna get, and I don't blame her. I don't blame her. That's why what's her name trending? Oprah Winfrey talking about the talking about things that we the people it's all. Hold on. Uh, I let off part. Hold on. Give me a second. Give me a second. Y'all write something in. Y'all, how y'all feel about Rihanna and her Super Bowl performance? Put it in the chat. If y'all think Rihanna did great on her Super Bowl halftime performance, put a one in the chat. If you think Rihanna did trash in her Super Bowl performance, put a one in the chat. Put a two in the chat. Excuse me. I'm drinking Hennessy, very much so. Hennessy, like I said before in the beginning of the live, Go Puff very much so screwed me over the whole transaction. Give me a minute. I'm pulling something up. Hold on. Okay. I pulled up what needed to be pulled up. Y'all know I need my tablet. Y'all know, and Rihanna was pregnant. It is super. Let me show y'all the pictures. I think I did show y'all the pictures. Rihanna is pregnant. Let me zoom in. There she go, right here. Rihanna was pregnant, and I'm gonna give y'all the tea. Hold on, I'm gonna give you the tea. I'm gonna give you the tea. Let me give you the tea. Okay, so the tea is this. So remember when Rihanna? Let me make myself a little bigger because I feel like I'm a little bit more important than the story. If you remember when Rihanna had did an interview not too long ago. Oh my! Thank you for telling me that. My flashlight, not the ring light, not on. If you remember, I appreciate that. If you let me put my legend on, honey. if you remember when Rihanna had just recently did an interview not too long ago, Rihanna had said in the interview, now I'm looking directly at you. Rihanna said in the interview, she said that she will have her a surprise guest on stage. Well, let me zoom in so y'all can see. Rihanna said that she will have her a surprise guest on stage with her. She said that she will have somebody that will be performing on stage with her that will be a surprise to her, to us meaning the world, meaning the people. It was a surprise guest. The surprise guest was the baby. Rihanna was pregnant. She was referring to her baby. Rihanna was giving us clues towards her child. Let me zoom in. Hold on. Oh, these little bastards. Rihanna was giving us clues towards her baby. Let me take this off. Rihanna was giving us clues towards her baby, and I'm so glad that we were able to get a sneak peek into her in her marvelous world. Here you go. Here you go right on people. Look at her. She big, fat, and pregnant. She's big, huge. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this one for the short. Wait, let me break it in. I'm gonna do it for short. This is Rihanna via People Magazine, people.com, and this is her at the Super Bowl. She is big, huge, round, swollen, bloated, big, black, just bladdered, explatted. You know what I'm saying? She's just she's about the size of the damn computer. If I zoom in any bigger, I mean, what more do you want to see? That was just for shock value. But she is huge though. She looks big. I don't think she should be that big with that much red on. I'm just saying. One scroll down the wrong block in LA, and I'm just saying, girl, you might get Megan. Done. Oh. Rihanna, Rihanna look like Rihanna do look good though. Rihanna look good. She got a forehead out. Rihanna look good. A forehead out. A stomach out. Rihanna look like You ever went to McDonald's back in the day? This is all for everybody who's born 1995 and up. You ever remember back in the day when you would go to McDonald's and they used to have the playground in McDonald's? See, they don't really usually they don't have that anymore. And remember when you would like randomly walk through a McDonald's every now and then, and it would be a busted ketchup package on the floor? That's what Lil Riri look like. Say she don't. Tell me she don't. Cause she does. She absolutely does. She absolutely does look amazing though. Awesome. We went we went fast though. We were way too fast. We were way too fast. We were way too fast. I need to slow it down. You slow it down. So I'm trying to make it to 12. I'm trying to make it to 12. It's days. I'm doing like 8 jobs at one time. I had to make sure I can see it in the camera what I was doing. Well, all right. Now also, the next thing on the chat